Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
Good evening, I'm Carol Goldsmith.
I'm Michael Cogdill, and we're going to begin tonight in downtown Greenville with plans in the works for a new downtown convention center.
WYFF News 4's Liz Loheis is live and local with the very latest. Liz?
Michael and Carol, the request for proposals is out. We don't know where this convention center might go. All we know is that it will be put someplace downtown. Now, according to this document, Greenville wants to increase overnight visitor stays by attracting sizable conventions and trade shows. A new convention center would allow visitors to be in walking distance of downtown hotels, restaurants, and of course shops. How big this convention center would be is unclear. The city's current convention center, the TD Center, has 280,000 square feet of exhibit space. Now, according to this document, the city would have to sell the TD Convention Center in order to build a new one downtown. And coming up tonight at 11, we'll talk to a convention organizer about how he feels about these new plans. Liz Loheis, WYFF News 4, live in downtown Greenville.
Liz, thank you. Greenville police need your help finding this man, Quashawn David Marshall. He's wanted for murder and burglary charges. Police say he shot and killed Michael Shuden back in December. It happened at a home on Keith Drive, we're told. According to police, Shuden was facing multiple charges before he was killed, including attempted murder and criminal domestic violence. If you know where Marshall is, contact Crime Stoppers at 23 Crime.
And right now, investigators are trying to figure out what set off some gunfire between neighbors last night in Anderson County. But there's another big mystery in this case involving a bulletproof vest. WYFF News 4's Myra Ruiz is live and local from our Anderson newsroom for us tonight. Myra, good evening.
Well, good evening, Michael. Results of an autopsy today revealed that 24-year-old Jeremy Burns died from a gunshot to the neck last night. The coroner's office says he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Anderson County deputies were called to 2003 Oliver Street shortly after 7 Monday night in response to a call that a homeowner shot someone inside his house. 24-year-old Jeremy Burns died from a gunshot to the neck after getting hit multiple times. Not everyone was surprised by what happened.
We need to get some more patrolling in the neighborhood and, just need some law and order around here.
Pearl Tate says the neighborhood has gone downhill in the 60-plus years she's lived in Homeland Park. What do you hear around here?
Shooting, cars running up and down the street, and a lot of loud talking, and cursing and all that kind of thing.
Deputy Coroner Josh Shore says it would seem that the 24-year-old victim was aware of potential danger and that he wore a bulletproof vest under his clothes. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says deputies have been called multiple times about gunfire and drug activity in Homeland Park. Last year, 2 people were shot to death. That includes Brandon Jug Money Willingham, an up-and-coming rapper who had just signed a record deal before heading out to Homeland Park last summer.
He had left his mom over on Concord. Hadn't been 10 minutes later, she got the call he'd been shot. Like I had to come see if it was where my grandson had got killed, because it was heartbreaking.
So far, no charges have been filed by the Anderson County Sheriff's Office as they continue to investigate what happened. They did identify the homeowner who did shot Jeremy Burns as Octavius Burris. I'm Myra Ruiz, live in the Anderson newsroom.
Myra, thank you. Autopsy results showed no signs of trauma on the body of a woman found yesterday in Anderson County. The coroner identified the woman as 56-year-old Patricia Shaw. She was last seen in November and reported missing January 19th. Anderson County deputies found her remains yesterday in the woods behind her home on Coldwater Lane. An autopsy could not determine the specific cause of death, so the coroner is submitting toxicology evidence to SLED's forensic lab for review. Spartanburg police say a father left his young child asleep in an unlocked car while he went shopping. Tonight, Robert Gene Sisk is charged with cruelty to children. Police were called to the Walmart on East Main Street in Spartanburg at about 12:30 this morning. An officer found the child asleep in the back seat. The car was running and unlocked. Sisk told officers he went into Walmart to look for phone cases. Police believe he was in there for about 30 minutes.
The Greenville police are looking for a man who robbed a bank on Lawrence Road. Take a look at this picture here. Authorities say this man robbed the First Citizens branch on Lawrence Road just after 11 o'clock this morning. Take a close look. We're told the man did get away with some money, fled in a dark gray Toyota Camry, in fact. And if you know who he is or where to find him, contact the Greenville police. They want to hear from you right away. Concern tonight from people who live along an old railroad line that's right now becoming a new walking and biking trail in the upstate. Construction is already underway on what will be called the Doodle Trail. It'll be more than 7 miles long, connecting Pickens with Easley. Officials hope it'll have the same economic impact the Swamp Rabbit Trail has had for Greenville County, but many people who actually live along it aren't exactly happy about it. They fear an increase in crime.
You've got elderly people that live up and down this track. Who's going to provide for their security?
I feel for those people who want that privacy, but at the same time, if cities don't grow, the county will not grow. And if the cities don't grow, we die.
Officials say the project is moving forward. They hope to have the trail open by May.
You can see it right there. A very cold start to the day with patches of black ice on the road this morning. But as our chief meteorologist, John Cesarich, predicted, it turned out to be rather nice today. So, John, what's the story tonight? Is it going to be cold again?
You know, Carol, it's going to be a not as cold night tonight, which is good. It's going to be a seasonably cold, not like what we had this morning where we had that cold northerly winds in the mountains with wind chills in the single digits. Light winds this morning in the upstate, but temperatures were in the upper teens, mainly in the low 20s, so it was very, very cold conditions. The key, sunshine, light winds this afternoon. So even though temperatures officially were below average for this time of the year as far as high temperatures, but with sunshine and light winds, it made it feel much more comfortable outside. So a nice warm up on the way for us, then it gets a little bit colder. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Now back to you, Carol.
Thanks, John. Just about 2 weeks to go to sign up for the Affordable Care Act. The last day to sign up, February 15th. The Get Covered America bus tour made a stop in Asheville this morning. Speakers talked with the sisters who have helped about 450,000 folks in North Carolina sign up for the ACA. About 160,000 have signed up in South Carolina. 90% of folks in both states are getting financial assistance.
You know, I think for a lot of people, it's not that they don't want health coverage, it's that they haven't enrolled because they assume they couldn't afford it, or maybe they had a bad experience in the past. But with the health insurance marketplace, it's really a new day for people.
And this reminder, if you don't sign up in time, you could face a fine.